Well, you thought your passport mugshot was horrendous? Well, it's not as bad as the confusing travel rules and the wait time just to get your travel document. Now there is concern that the passport pandemonium is creating economic harm. In Washington, Congressman Bennie Thompson, the chairman of the Homeland Security Committee, and sir, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you wrote an editorial recently calling what's going on right now passport pandemonium. What do you think happened here?
Well, I think State Department officials and DHS officials did not anticipate the volume of the requirement for passports for people going to Mexico, the Caribbean, and Bermuda. And not anticipating it, we had the lines. Members of Congress had their telephone lines jammed with people calling saying they can't get passports for travel.
What do you worry the economic impact could be from this?
Well, we've talked to people in the Caribbean, and they're concerned that travel will be canceled. As you know, for many of those areas where we require passports, tourism is their #1 economic engine. So there is very much the potential for loss to occur. I'm happy that Congress looked at it, passed an extension so that people will not have to have passports. In the interim, to be honest with you, our officials are going to have to do better at anticipating things like this.
You know, Congressman, the from the Department of Homeland Security might very well be that they don't have enough money to fund some of these things. Could Congress give them more money to try and get this accomplished more quickly?
Well, I think one of the things we're doing in the Homeland Security budget, we plussed it up over $2.1 billion to fill in a number of the gaps. Hopefully that will do it. But in the interim, as you know, we've suspended the passport requirement, which should, in effect, get the bottleneck out of the way. It will get worse over time, as you know, because our land and sea borders will also have this requirement. So we're going to have to put some 800 new employees in place in anticipation of this new rush of people to get passports.
What about the pushback from people who are worried about defense and who say that we should not be waiting until 2009 to actually be checking our borders so closely?
Well, they're absolutely correct, but the issue is we don't have the technology or the manpower to do that. If we did it, lines would be long. If we did it, the economic harm to those countries would be far more significant than what they are today.
All right. Congressman, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it. Again, Representative Thompson. Now let's hear from the Homeland Security Department on this. Joining